Alright, here it is, guys. I just got my new ice cream maker in the mail from Amazon. For the Prime Day, it was only $109 plus tax. So let's open it up and see what we got inside. So here's the Kumio 1.2 quart ice cream maker. Got it off of Amazon on Prime Day. Again, it came with the paddle, a little ice cream scoop, and the unit here. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it here, just like that. See what it looks like. Oh, it also comes with some sort of cup, measuring cup or something. And then here is the ice cream pail that you put your mix in before you freeze it. Lately it seems like the hype has been around the Ninja Creami. It's a ice cream maker that you can buy from the store or from Amazon or anywhere else. But what it does, the thing that I don't understand about the Creami is that you have to make the mix and then you freeze it for 24 hours before you can make your ice cream. So what it does is it creates a solid block of ice. So really what you're doing with the Ninja Creami is you're just creating a big block of ice and then you're making shaved ice in order to make your ice cream. Whereas this one is different because this is more like your traditional maker, except it has a compressor built inside of it, so you don't have to mess with ice or salt or anything like that. And it will, you can make your ice cream mix, pour it in the bucket and freeze it right away and have your ice cream in about 45 minutes as opposed to 24 hours. So I've already made a mix, vanilla. All I did was mix milk, eggs, and sugar and vanilla, those 4 ingredients. Now technically to make ice cream, you need to have cream as well, but I just used whole milk because I want like a low-fat ice cream. So let me get my mix out of the fridge that I made a few hours ago, and then we'll try to freeze it. Okay, this is the mix I made a few hours ago, and then I just put it in the refrigerator. It's vanilla, but it's a little yellowish color because I added a few eggs to it. Now what I did too is rather than just add the eggs to it for food safety, I actually heated up the entire mixture to about 180 degrees, 180 to 200 degrees for a few minutes just to kill any bacteria that might have been in the eggs. So all we do is take my mixture that I made earlier, I dump it into the canister here, just like that. And this was about 3 cups, I believe, of mixture. So you see it fills it up to about 2/3 of the way here. That should work out pretty well. Then we'll just drop this in here. And we'll go ahead and put this together. This has a little notch on it, so you have to make sure that you line up the notches correctly. There we go. Kind of snaps in there a little bit. I'll go ahead and give this a rinse off since I just got this. There we go. So we got our paddle, and then we'll just go ahead and put it here. Let's see. There we go. Now it's all locked into place. So I'll go ahead and turn on the unit. All right. Let's take a look at the options we have. All right. As soon as I turn on the unit here, you see we have a few different options. We have the snowflake here, which I assume just means it's going to keep it cold. We have a kind of a fan icon here, which I assume stands for like mixing things into your ice cream. And then we have an ice cream icon here, which I assume that's the one we're going to use. And then this one I believe is for yogurt. I don't know exactly how that's different from the ice cream mode, but we won't use that for now. So I think all I have to do here is just hit the play button, and we should be good to go. Let's see how it works. I like how it has a nice timer so you know how long your ice cream has been in the mixer. And I also like how we have this cool little window that you can look down and see how it's doing. Refrigerator unit inside of it that is going to cool the ice cream to below freezing. So we'll check back in about 30 minutes and see how this is going. Okay, well, as you can see, it's only been 30 minutes, and I can tell the ice cream is already getting very thick. The motor is starting to slow down, so I can definitely tell that it's getting thick, as well as you can see through the glass. Now, I did pre-cool my mixture a little bit before I put it in here, so it was about refrigerator temperature already. So that does help with the freezing time. It'll be less if your mixture is already pre-cooled, rather than just dumping all the ingredients in there. I especially want to do that because since I was using a sort of like a custard based mixture that I had heated up beforehand, I wanted to cool it off before I put it in. So this is stuff you can do beforehand. You can make your mixes. You can make many different flavors first, put them in the refrigerator, and then just freeze them one by one as you need them. This looks pretty thick already. I'm probably just going to let it go another 5-10 minutes and see what happens to it here. But I can definitely tell that the motor is starting to struggle a little bit, but it is still churning quite nicely. Okay guys, the ice cream is getting very thick now. However, the ice cream is already about done. The other thing it said in here is don't fill the container up more than about 60%. So that means even though it's a 1.2 quart container, that means you can only fill about 3 cups of it. And that's about what I have in there right now. That's the maximum. If you overfill it, the ice cream is going to come out the top and it's going to get all over the place. I can tell right now that's already up to about the top of the container. So you can only make about 3 cups at a time. A few other things I saw here in the manual, which you may not realize, it says don't tilt it above 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't start the compressor power switch frequently. So you need to give at least 5 minutes between starting the compressor. Like if you start it, you just leave it on. You can't start and stop the compressor within 5 minutes, otherwise it may be damaged. Do not start the power switch when the barrel is not installed in place or the mixing fan blade is not placed properly. Do not use chemical washing liquids or hard tools to clean the product. Again, it should be obvious, it's kind of a non-stick container, so you want to just use like plastic utensils or wood utensils. The other nice thing about this unit here is once the ice cream is done, you can see we're coming up on 40 minutes, I think it's about done, but once it is done, it's going to automatically enter a cooling state where it will stay cool for an hour. So even if it stops and you don't get to it right away, you can just wait and then come back to it. It will still be, it won't melt on you, basically is what I'm saying. The ice cream will stay cold. The manual has a nice little breakdown of all the parts and all the different modes. It says when the ice cream is finished, there will be 10 short beeps. At this time, you can enjoy the ice cream. If there is no operation, it will enter the insulation function automatically. Okay, I can tell it's really starting to slow down. I feel like it's going to cut off here any second. We're coming up on 40 minutes. So after we have created our mix here, I'm going to take a little taste of it and see what it tastes like, and then I'm going to put it into, I have 3 containers here ready to go. These are just little 1 cup containers. And then, so what you want to do after you make your ice cream is, if you're not going to eat it right away, because it's still going to be a little bit soft, if you just take it right out and eat it, it's going to be a little bit soft. But if you put it into ice cream containers or ice cream bowls and then you put it in the freezer, the longer you put it in the freezer, the harder it will get. So it depends how hard you like your ice cream, if you like it real soft serve or if you like it harder. If it doesn't stop automatically by the time we reach 45 minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out and see what it looks like, because it sure looks like it's pretty good to me. There's 45. And you can tell the motor stopped, but the cooling fan is still running, so it's still keeping it cool here even though we have stopped the motor, so it will keep the ice cream cold. Alright, let's go ahead and open up this unit and see what our ice cream looks like. Wow. Look at this, guys. Kind of icy because I didn't put any cream in this mixture. It's just whole milk and sugar and eggs. And this is about the most you want to put because you can see it's full right now. So I'll give you the recipe here, what I did. I did 2 cups, actually like 2.5 cups of milk. I did 2 egg yolks, just the yolk. I did 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of sugar, and then about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So that's what this mix is made of, and that's about all that will fit in this unit here. So let's go ahead and take out the paddle, if we can get it out. Here we go, here it comes. See if I can give you guys a good view of that. Look at this. So it is very nice and thick, even though typically when you have an ice cream maker, it won't make it very thick at first. You have to still go ahead and put it in the freezer. But all right, so here's what we're gonna do. It comes with this nice little ice cream scoop. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into my 1 cup containers. Here we go. Just like so. Just like that. So there's 1 cup of ice cream. Now I have a lid for this as well. I'll just go ahead and put the lid on. All right, so I'm gonna put my ice cream in the freezer and then I will check back with you. We can check the consistency. Look at this, guys. This consistency is amazing. I'll go ahead and pull out this container so you can see what it looks like after it's done freezing. And I am gonna eat this out. 3 hours and 7 minutes it's been since I've put the ice cream in the freezer. So I'm gonna get it out and see what the consistency is like. All right, here's my 1 cup styrofoam ice cream containers. I've got my handy dandy spoon here. Let's go ahead and open this up. And let's have a little scoop here and see what this looks like. All right, now since I did a low fat version, this is kind of icy. It tends to be a little bit icy, but if you want it more creamy, you can let it sit out a little bit longer and kind of mash it with your spoon. But as it stands, it is a little bit on the icy side. Let's go ahead and do a little taste test here. The taste is definitely very good, just like ice cream. The consistency, however, is a little bit icy. And again, that's just because of the recipe that I use. Next time I make it, maybe I'll try to add something to help keep it a little bit less icy.